Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com. And for everyone watching right now, if you can share this video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with Razorwire Halo. How you doing today?
Doing great, man. Thanks.
Good to have you. Now, you want to start off by giving us a little history about the band?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Tack. I'm the frontman for the band. Created the band many years ago. But we like to say that we have what we are now was started about 2011, 2012, with the addition of Daryl, who's not on the call, and Skylar, and then later on bringing Rob and Eric into it. Really about 2011, 2012 was when we kind of updated our sound, our look, our feel, and really what we are today.
Cool. Now I was going to ask, how has the sound evolved from the start until now?
The original sound was very electronic. There were no guitars to begin with, no live drums. It was all synth. And then over the years, slowly started adding in guitars. And oddly enough, it's become a focus point for us to be able to have as much guitar as we possibly can have in it, but at the same time be able to say that it's still synthy. You know, Rob does a really good job of adding in his own effects, his own sounds to make it sound as if a synth was creating it rather than a guitar, and blending that in. And Rob, I don't know if you want to add into that.
Okay. Yeah, I try to complement the track, you know, and give it what it needs with those types of sounds. And I'm a fan of synth guitar anyway. I'm a fan of effects. I'm an effects junkie. It's just a lot of fun. It took me a while in my earlier years to use it tastefully and not overuse it, you know, and to know when to say when, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the things that when I first met Rob was his guitar style, and we actually were working on a separate project before Razorwire Halo, and kind of just experimenting with things. But Rob and I's style blended so well that we ended up bringing him over into this main project too.
Now, you guys have become a very well-known band in the Kansas City area. How has that happened?
Never stopping, lots and lots of shows, lots of promotion, and really making sure that we solidify ourselves as, you know, a top tier band locally within Kansas City, and then branching out from there. And that was a big thing 2011, 2012, and moving up from there was to establish ourselves in Kansas City as a legitimate act, and then to be able to move festivals, hitting out in Florida, and then going up north and south. So
awesome. Now you got a new single out. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we got a new single called "Cover My Eyes" that is just being released. We released the actual lyric video just about a week or two ago, and then it's going to be out in streaming services and for digital distribution August 14th. So this track it's really interesting. This one has actually been around for a while with us. It's something that Rob and I had started as another piece of another project, and it kind of morphed into what it is now. And Daryl and Eric came in and added their flair to it, and really brought it into what Razorwire Halo would want to be as a track. And then, you know, it's kind of funny. The track has a fairly large instrumental ending to it. And we debated for a long time about, do we leave it in there, do we remove it? So there's actually two versions of the song that are out there. The lyric video length, it's almost 6 minutes long, but there's a short radio edit that's actually going to be out there for people too, where it actually ends up being like, Rob, was it like 3:45?
Give or take,
something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, you know, because we know that there's going to be diehard fans that want to hear that big outro instrumental, and live. When we perform this track, we are absolutely going to be playing that full version of it. It's too I hate to use the word epic, but epic at the end of it. There's so many guitar layers. There's just an amazing solo that Rob did in there, and we definitely want to showcase that.
Awesome. Now, you guys working on any more current music, new music right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I was working on stuff earlier, actually.
Yeah, we have another single that's getting out mastered right now that will be released probably. I think our management wants it 6 weeks to 8 weeks after August 14th. So that one will be coming out quick too, and we'll have a music video for it. We're talking about doing more than just a lyric video this time. Our previous singles, before lockdown stuff started happening, everything, we were really big on having really big, high caliber videos where the band's performing and there's a storyline. So the last 2 singles we've released, we've done a lyric video instead. And I like them, and they look very professional, but I love to have the band in those kind of videos. So we're trying to figure out how we can do that for the next single that'll come up too. So, and then along with that, just like Rob was saying, we're all in our own little world starting to build out new tracks. We've got quite a few already queued up. I was just talking to Eric today about what's coming up drum-wise for him and getting his set list together for that. So we're hoping a full album to be out later this year. We just want to time it correctly because right now no one's really out on the road, and when we go and release that full album, we want to be able to go out within a few months and have a strong showing for it to support that album.
I want to ask, how has the band been handling the quarantine time, like staying focused?
It's hard. It's hard to stay focused. We're very driven. We usually have a plan and we stick to it. We had a lot of tour dates planned that had to be canceled. So just like every other band, and so you kind of change gears and say, okay, instead of being out on the road, let's focus on recording. Let's focus on updating the live show. We have a unique live show, and so we like to, every time we come out with new music, to take that live show to the next step. So we've been focused on that. I know Eric has been really focused on trying to build up our merchandise and having a larger set for that, different T-shirts and all of that kind of stuff. So he's really big on that. And then Rob's giving us a close-up of his shirt. Yeah, so I mean, it's definitely hard for me as kind of the producer of the band, kind of guiding everything for the tracks and where we're going with it. It's hard for me to stay focused. I usually have 1 or 2 band members next to me when we're starting things, and now it's more of someone's piecing a little bit of something to me, and then we're trying to build off of that. So it's definitely unique. Eric and Rob, how you guys been handling it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's like 50% handling it, and then the other 50% it's handling me.
Sure.
Yeah, I know, right? You just take every day, one day at a time, sometimes a minute at a time, and trying to compartmentalize and prioritize, just life in general. And the creative process is important to us. We're really creative people. You have to fight and make time for that. It's not a matter of people not having time. Like, you have to make time for it.
Yeah, you got to put yourself in that mindset, and we're all very sociable, and we love our time out on the road with each other. So us not being around each other and giving each other crap all the time is pretty rough. Eric called me earlier and had about an hour of just ragging on me for fun. So I think he feels better now.
A little bit. I still got to get everyone else. Daryl won't answer my call, so.
Oh, okay, well,
I'll
call him and I'll patch you in on it.
Because he knows what's coming.
Yeah, he's a big boy. He can handle it. I don't know why he's acting all scared.
Yeah.
Now, if people want to find you online, look you up, get your music on social media, how do they do that?
First and foremost, razorwirehalo.com, and that links to everything. It makes it easy for you. We're on Facebook. You can find us on Razorwire Halo, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. Just look up Razorwire Halo. You'll be able to find it. We do have Spotify and all of that. So pretty easy to find. We've been around for a while, so you'll be able to find us up quick. I know a lot of people like to use YouTube, and so we have lots of music videos on there, and you'll get to see a lot of different iterations of the band over the year. We like to leave those videos up, but they are found at razorwirehalo.com. So.
And how many albums do you guys have?
What are we?
30?
Is 11? I think it's technically 11. but we cut off the first 4 or 5 after we talked about we made that change over to a new sound. And so diehard fans can go out there and find these old albums, but we don't go out necessarily and promote them. So you're going to find stuff from 2011, 2012 up, which is more of what we are now. And if you want to find some of those old cuts where it's all just synth and me on a little keyboard trying to figure out what I want to do, you can go find it. And you could probably message me, and I'd be more than happy to send them to you too. But it's not something we promote out there. So it's probably actually I can look it up real quick. I think it's 5 that we promote on the site right now. Yeah, we're promoting 5 albums, and then we've released the 2 singles this year to kind of back this new album that will be coming out. So Red was in, I believe, March when we pushed that one, and then Cover My Eyes has just been released, and then we'll have a 3rd one that'll come out in 6 to 8 weeks after August 14th, and then we're looking for that album. So, and we've danced with full-length albums versus EPs. So all the way up till the last one were LPs. This last one we did was an EP. People seem to like it, but at the same time, we've always been big storytellers. So we like to have a full concept on albums. So it was kind of weird to do a 5-track EP versus 10 to 15 tracks and stuff like that. So we're thinking about doing a full LP again, and maybe split in the middle and saying 9 tracks or 10 tracks instead of 15 or something like that. But kind of playing with it. I think we've got a lot to say. We've had a lot of time to write. I think what Rob, the other day we were looking at some of those. I think there's like 35 tracks in some variation of being completed. And so we're kind of looking at different pieces, and this is over the last couple of years of all these different tracks that we've been working on. And so it kind of comes down to listening to them and say what tracks blend together and what makes sense. I know that a lot of things are about, what are you doing, Eric? We do a lot of things based around those trends of releasing singles, but we want to release singles, but we also want to make sure that diehard listeners can have an experience when they actually get an album and pulling it down, especially with Eric's face like that.
Yeah. Face is the original deep cut.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was good talking with you and having you, and everyone look them up.
Thank you.